dinner time in Melbourne's northern suburbs. As Sudanese-Australian woman Sarah Sawadi wrangles the meal and kids, she's consumed by concerns for her friends and family.
Social media is all about cries for help, people asking to be connected with people that they've lost, and a few days later we hear about these people. They're either dead on the streets or some found along some border somewhere.
Optimism over the ousting of Sudan's President Omar al-Bashir in 2019 was shattered last month by an outbreak of fighting between factions in the military government that replaced him. The clashes have spread throughout the country and onto the streets of the capital, Khartoum.
And all the news we're hearing is of a neighbour who died with a stray bullet that went straight into their homes, or a relative who's had their child struck by a bomb.
Khartoum is unsafe for its residents, including Sarah's brother, Hussam, and his young family. This was filmed from Hussam's apartment building.
We decided to leave Khartoum after eight days of clashes. We heard sounds of clashes, of gunshots. The building was shaking.
Like tens of thousands of other Sudanese, Hussam and his family tried to get to Egypt.
It was a very difficult and tough trip. It took us more than 72 hours till we reached the Egyptian border. There was a rush of people. I believe both sides in the Egyptian border and Sudanese border weren't ready to welcome all these amount of passengers.
They're among an estimated 100,000 people who've fled the fighting, mostly to Egypt, Chad, and the neighbouring nation of South Sudan.
People are coming in with very little on themselves apart from their own personal belongings, and their urgent needs of water, food, and health and shelter, essentially the basic necessities that they need to survive.
Khartoum is considered too dangerous even for aid workers used to operating in trouble spots. Last month, the NGO Plan International pulled out its international staff, including Sudan Country Director Muape Mulumbi.
I think that getting out of Khartoum itself, because that's where the fighting had been totally intense, was terrifying for me personally. But I had comfort in numbers. There was over 1,000 of us in the convoy evacuating out of Khartoum for that journey.
More than 250 Australians and their family members have left Sudan, some evacuated by ADF flights. Around 160 Australians and their family members remain in the country. In Melbourne and Sydney, Australia's Sudanese and South Sudanese communities are trying to help family and friends who haven't been able to get out. Most of Anna Demo's entire extended family is in Khartoum. It's been difficult to contact them.
Before when Apani was speaking, and then the phone had been cut off because they don't have electricity to charge the phone. I'm worried about the families, and I'm worried about the children and the women, and also I'm worried about where they get the food, where they get the medication for the people sick.
The money transfer system, the lifeline that enables the Australian Sudanese community to help their families, has shut down.
The people are the most vulnerable at the moment in this current situation. As we all know, even the banks, even the shops are closed. People won't even get food. Even they can't even get money. And the relative outside even can't send money.
Communication has been quite haphazard. One of the strategies of both fighting warmongers is to try to control telecommunication, because that's how they communicate with their forces as well.
Hello.
Hey, Habibi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How are you?
I'm good.
I got
Now that Hussam and his family is in Egypt, Sarah's finally able to speak to her brother.
I really hope to go back home after the war ends. We left lots of loved ones, family. We left our lives there. So we really look forward to go back once the war is over. I don't know when will that happen, but we just hope to go back one day.
This family's crisis is an echo of what's happening all over Sudan.
These are people who wanted to live in Sudan. These are people who built lives, who have homes that they love, who have family and friends and a social network that supports them. Nobody wants to leave all this behind and go start anew elsewhere. Now, they left and they hope to go back.
Ceasefire talks underway in Saudi Arabia have so far achieved little, and the continued fighting is blocking aid supplies. In the void, locals are stepping in.
Even in the midst of suffering, even in the midst of bullets flying, there are young people that are out there on the streets helping those who cannot leave their homes to access medication, to access water.
Don't look at the camera, Habibi.
Sarah Sanada too is not without hope.
It seems like a very helpless situation, that things are very grim and that's the end of that country, and there's nothing we can do about it, so let's not care or think about it. But there is a lot that we can do. We can speak up about it. We can have a voice that says that human life anywhere matters.